Okay, Paula Joy here. So today we're going to talk about this, all right? Once you know what your true calling in life is, once you know what your true calling in life is, do not give up. Do not give in. Do not throw in the towel. Do not give up. Do not give in. Do not throw in the towel. This morning, I was reading the book of Mark. I've been reading the book of Mark all of this month. Today, I think I was reading book, the chapter 15, right? Reading chapter 15, or was it 14? And it's where Jesus is going to Gethsemane. He's already predicted his death, and is going to Gethsemane, right? And that is where he predicted that one of his disciples, Judas, is going to betray him. And he did. He did. That's also where he prayed like 3 times. And his disciples were just basically sleeping. So he prayed, but they were sleeping. That's also where he actually almost gave in, almost gave up, almost threw in the towel and said, you know what, this is just too much for me to handle. Please take it away from me. Even though he knew that is what he came to this world to do. Even Jesus. This is a man who cleansed lepers, walked on water. It's a man who spoke with authority. The man who went to the temple and threw out everything and nobody opposed him. There's a man that cast out demons out of people, even raised the dead. He did all kinds of stuff, turned water into wine, walked on water, everything conceivable, and crowds of people followed him. But he came for one mission. The mission was not to open the eyes of the blind, the ears of the deaf, to make the lame to walk, cleanse lepers, raise the dead. That was not his mission. His true mission was what? To die on the cross. And now that moment's come. That moment's come, and he's about to let it happen. But he's afraid. He's about to give in. He's about to throw in the towel, but no, he did not. So what I want to share this morning is when you know what your true calling in life is, when you feel it in your bones, in your heart, in your mind, this thing overwhelms you. When you establish, once you know what your true calling is, it's going to be hard, all right? But don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Don't give in. Your friends, your closest allies will betray you, may betray you. Not all of them, may betray you. May betray you. And you see that. Judas was one of the 12. Judas Iscariot was one of the 12. And he betrayed Jesus. He betrayed Jesus. We don't know why. God knew that. Yeah, listen, he has selected one person that's actually going to betray. You have some friends. You are very close to your friends, right? These people, you're very close to them. But they could be the people that are going to betray you. I've been a victim of such things. I've been betrayed by people, okay? Been betrayed by people. Somebody came to my life and a contractor, and he did all kinds of things. And I thought, man, okay, great. The first deal went okay. The second deal went south. All the money I made, the first deal, I lost it and more. Second deal. Okay, you understand? I made maybe 30,000, 50,000 from the first deal. We became friends. The second deal, I lost quite a bunch, more than $300,000 because of this. Your closest friends will betray you. Some other instances, okay, the other contractor, 2 projects, he did very well. The next 3 projects, no, it became too busy. He just lied to me, right? All right. And another one, it was actually my relative, came, brought him over and all that kind of stuff. And we did some, he became like me. He wanted to be like me, right? Then now started taking some of my clients, and my associates. Before I realized, things went south and I lost a bunch of money. I'm still suffering today because of that guy. Your closest allies, your closest friends may betray you. Second thing, your closest friends, your closest allies may desert you. Jesus told Peter, okay? Peter was the Draymond Green of his day, of that group, right? Peter said, I'll do whatever. And Jesus even said, you are Peter, and on you I build my church. Jesus was actually relying on Peter to build his church on Peter. And guess what happened? And he told Peter, you are going to deny me. Peter said, listen, man, Jesus was talking about his death and all that kind of stuff. And Peter said, no, it's not going to happen. What did Jesus say? Get behind me. This is what I'm meant to be. I am meant to die, right? Peter says, it's not going to happen. Okay, Jesus says, it's going to happen. Get behind me, Satan, right? And then Peter, that means he was willing to go the extra mile. And when Jesus was betrayed by Judas, when the soldiers came to take him, everybody else went, everybody else left. And the only person that stayed behind was Peter. Actually, Peter chopped off the ear of one of the people there, right? He did, and he stuck around. But guess what? A little girl came and said, hey, I know you. You are associated with Jesus. Peter said, no, I don't know him. He left that girl and went somewhere else. The girl came back to him and said, no, I know you. I really know you. I think you're one of them. Peter said, no, I don't know this man. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then another person identified Peter. And Peter said, Peter actually cursed. I could not believe this. In America, right? People like to curse you. F this, F that, S. I mean, you want to, you know what I'm saying? Peter actually did that. Peter cursed like crazy. So I don't know this guy you're talking about here. So what are you doing here? What are you doing here if you don't know him? Okay. So, of course, Peter deserted Jesus in his greatest hour of need. Somebody says, okay, people always say, hey, how are you? And you say, fine, fantastic. Some people say fantastic, even though they're not doing very well. Because somebody said, no, if I told you my problems, you will not really care. People don't care so much about your problems, right? So it's a norm. Oh, okay, how are you? Oh, I'm doing fine, right? But it's really not doing fine. So guess what? Peter, and Jesus' greatest hour of need, Peter deserted Jesus, just like the rest of the people. This was people closest to Jesus. And they had vowed that they're going to die with him. They saw his miracles. They saw all those things I had performed, all those wonderful things that Jesus had performed. And guess what they're doing? They all deserted him. These people are ready to die with him. They saw his miracles. They saw his power. They saw his authority. He walked on water, changed water into wine. He opened, cleansed the leper, opened the eyes of the blind Bartimaeus. He raised the dead. He cast out the spirit of demoniac, from the demoniac. The guy was possessed. This guy had muscles. He was chained. And guess what? The chains will break. And he lived in the graveyard. And everybody was scared of him. Jesus healed this person, right? Cast out that demon out of that person. The legion of demons out of this person. Jesus raised the dead. Little girl and Lazarus, and many other things that he did, according to the book of John, that if we were to write about all those things that Jesus did, man, it'll be volumes upon volumes of books, right? They just summarize. So the Bible is just a summary, or the Gospels are just a summary of what Jesus did. And Peter saw that. Peter saw all these things. And yet he had this little people trying to arrest Jesus, and Peter denies Jesus. He deserts Jesus. As it happened, all right, the rooster crowed 2 times. And Peter remembered what Jesus said. Before the rooster crows 2 times, you will deny me 3 times. Your closest allies, your closest friends, it may be even your family, will desert you, may desert you. If you know your calling, guess what? Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't throw in the towel. And lastly, I want to talk about you must ask for help. You must ask for help. No one is an island, and Rome was not built in a day. You must ask for help. So in Jesus' hour of despair, come on. Everybody left him. He asked the Father, Father, I know what my mission is, what you sent me this world to do. I am going to do it. So please help me. Give me the grace to overcome this humiliation. People are spitting on me. People are slapping me. I got the power. I can call upon all these angels to do something and kill all of them. But I'm not going to do that because it's not going to accomplish a mission. I am going to lie on the cross. I'm going to be there, slain on the cross. Yes, for the salvation of the human race. This is my mission. I am going to persevere. It's humiliating. It's humiliating. It's taunting, but I'm willing to do it. So give me the grace. You must reach a level where you say, God, help me. Everybody else is going to leave me, but you will never leave me. It says, I will never leave you. In this world, you'll have tribulation. But be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. So when your friends betray you, when your allies betray you, when they desert you, don't throw in the towel. Don't give in. Don't give up. Trust in the Lord and trust in your instinct and fight the good fight. Thank you so much for watching, for listening to Paul of Joy. Until next time, God bless you. Remember, don't give up. Don't give in. Don't throw in the towel. Know what your calling is, and that is your triad of awesomeness. All right.